All right. Hello, everyone. It's been 2 weeks since the last episode because I got a bit sick, but back on track. I have another great, interesting guest who is Daan, who is Floss, who is real promising artist, and I hope you'll find out his music really pleasant to hear, to listen to. Hey Dan.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Yeah, what's up?
I'm very good. Yeah.
What's new? How was ADE?
ADE was a blast. Yeah, I've recovered from ADE. You haven't. You're still sick.
Still in the process.
But yeah, it was so much fun. I went to the Album 1 showcase or album presentation on Wednesday, and the day after, Thursday, I went to a night with Bitbird and was also. Were you there?
Yeah, I was there. I left early.
Okay.
Yeah, I was there.
Okay. Well, yeah, it was nice. It was really fun because for the first time I got the chance to meet some people who listen to my music and got to hear some nice words as well. So.
No, is it your
really
first
nice.
ADE?
No. I think it's already my third year going to Bitbird, or I might be mistaken, but I think it's the third time now.
Okay.
But it's the second year that I've kind of been releasing at Bitbird, and I've noticed that now people are starting to recognize me and stuff, and it's really fun to just experience that.
Yeah, that's cool. So, how are you actually experiencing this? So, like, meeting all these fans, I think it's quite new for you. Like, obviously, you're just starting.
Yeah, for sure.
So, do you already feel this fame, or you
No. It's not like I was being recognized everywhere I went, but I was backstage for a little bit, but when I went to the stage areas, sometimes somebody said, "Hey, Floss," and I was like, "Yeah, I'm Floss," and people wanted to take pictures with me, or just wanted to say something about my music, and it just means a lot to meet these people in person, because I get a lot of messages on SoundCloud and Instagram and whatever, but to hear these people in real life and really like thanking me for what I do is really nice, because I'm just doing my thing,
Yeah.
And it's really nice to see that people really appreciate what I'm doing. So
when can we expect new stuff? Like,
when I've got a special remix coming out soon. I think that's in about a month on Bitbird. I'm not sure if I can say what right now, so I'm gonna keep that for a secret right now.
Let's keep it secret, yeah.
And I've had a song finished for a few weeks now, and I'm trying to get it pitched to Majestic Casual Records, because Majestic Casual, just the YouTube channel has been inspiring me since I started producing, and it just means a lot to me. And I think since a year or two, they have their own record label as well.
Oh, okay.
And I thought let's just try getting my song on there, try to expand my my fan base, and
Cool. So far you released them on Bitbird.
I've had some own releases before I released on Bitbird, just some independent releases.
Oh, okay.
But apart from that, yeah.
So
Bitbird, yeah.
Do you put those out to SoundCloud or something like this?
Well, I was on SoundCloud for a while, but I changed my name a few times in the process, and when I eventually stuck with Floss, I started uploading on Spotify as well, and I think I released about 2 songs independently, and then the Bitbird thing started. So. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, because slowly going into the news section, like SoundCloud CEO, like Carrie Trainer, is it he or she? You know? Okay, whatever. So SoundCloud CEO during ADE announced that now all DJs will be able to make songs just from streaming from SoundCloud. So you don't need to download the stuff, and you can just make mixes out of this, while you're streaming stuff from SoundCloud, something like this.
So I don't understand.
Me neither, but that's what they announced. So
okay.
basically, they're getting a couple of interesting partnerships with several software platforms.
Okay.
And so the idea that they will combine the mixing software and their full catalog of all the SoundClouds, like that SoundCloud actually has. And so you can do everything online while you're streaming the stuff from the catalog. You can create mixes as a DJ.
Okay. Yeah. Well, yeah, SoundCloud has always been kind of a love-hate relationship with me, because back in the days it used to be okay, and the scene was very, very vibrant, and a few years ago, or like I think a year or two or something like that ago, they dropped the audio quality, and it's just every time I make a new song and I upload it on SoundCloud just to reference, just to see how it sounds on SoundCloud, it's just so bad, and it now I'm at the point that I don't even want to, when I release something new, I don't even post the SoundCloud link anymore. I'm just like, yo, my new song is out on streaming platforms, check it out. And if you want to use SoundCloud, I'm cool with it, but don't expect anything. Yeah, I mean, I know that a lot of people still use SoundCloud, but it takes away so much from the experience, because the audio quality is so bad, and if you don't pay for it, you get ads, and I'm just like, just get a streaming account, Spotify, iTunes, whatever. I don't care. But I mean, back in the days, I used to find so many great artists, and I still think there are a lot of great artists to be found on SoundCloud, underrated, unknown artists. But I just don't want to listen through all these bad quality songs anymore. You know, a few years ago I used to just be on SoundCloud all day and discover all these artists, but now I'm just demotivated by the quality, man. I really hope one day they make the quality better again, because it used to be better. Yeah. And then they made it worse. And even if you stream it to a Bluetooth speaker, it's even worse. It's even worse. Obviously. It's like, I can't believe how you can do that as a music platform, you know? Yeah, but is it because, like, is it possible to fix this with some kind of premium account if you pay for it or not? I don't think they offer higher quality if you pay for SoundCloud, as far as I know. I might be wrong, I don't know, but I've been paying the SoundCloud Premium for a few years now, but that's different from the music subscription you can get, I think. Yeah, okay. So might be. I don't know. If that's true, I take my words back. But I mean. But then, because then I would be like, okay, yeah. But the thing I don't understand is, I've had SoundCloud Premium for years now. Yeah. Just so I have this little star verification. But I don't have SoundCloud Go or anything like that. But I don't have advertising. So I don't understand, but it's, I don't know. Oh. SoundCloud, get your shit together. No, I still love you, but I hate you at the same time. Yeah, because actually what they saying that in addition to this announcement of making mixes with streaming music, there is high quality streaming, so exactly what you said. Okay. So they adding this to SoundCloud Go Plus. SoundCloud Go Plus. Exactly.
So this kind of subscription actually would allow you to listen to high quality music and will be high quality streaming.
They're making it very difficult for people.
Yeah, $20 a month.
That's nothing.
Well, nothing for a good quality.
Compared to Spotify, it's. I mean.
Yeah. Comparing to Spotify, well.
Yeah, well, Spotify is like $10.
€10.
I pay like $3 because I'm.
Yeah, with family
accounts. Family account.
Exactly.
So.
Oh no, sorry. Update. Like it's $10
$10
for SoundCloud Go. $20 is for Tidal and Deezer.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are like the premium streaming services, right?
Yeah, but I don't know who really listens to them. Like I think Tidal.
There's some people.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know any of them personally, but I think the streaming quality is the best on Tidal and what was the other?
Deezer.
Deezer, yeah. And I think some releases are Tidal exclusively.
Yeah, I know like Jay-Z releasing on basically it's his platform.
Yeah.
So, well, okay, never heard. Like I think those Tidal listeners are really legendary. Pokemons. I've never seen any of those.
Shiny Pokemon.
Yeah, exactly. Moving forward to streaming, like, do you actually watch some kind of game streaming on Twitch or whatever sometimes?
No.
For fun.
No.
Maybe have you heard Fortnite?
I've heard.
Have you heard
no,
play it?
Yeah. I know.
Play?
I haven't played it. I have had a lot of chances to play it, but it just doesn't really.
Okay.
I don't really feel like playing because I used to be quite of a gamer, but I used to play games like Team Fortress, Garry's Mod, and Minecraft, and just on Skype with friends, just fucking around. Oh, can I swear, or is it explicit now?
That's fine.
But then music production came, and I just got totally. I don't know. I never really felt like playing games anymore. It just totally took me over.
Such a grown up.
No, I just can't see myself playing games all day anymore. I don't know.
Yeah,
just don't feel like it anymore.
Okay.
But no judgment at all if you do. Like, one thing I have my eyes on is the Nintendo Switch, because that's just an old school gaming station, and it's not like it's not based on any storyline or graphics, or it's just pure fun to play, and just you can take it anywhere you go, so on the train and stuff. So that's something I would consider to buy. But if I had the money, though. Yeah,
I remember I had PSP. If you've heard.
Yeah, PlayStation Portable.
Yeah.
Wow, that was ahead of its time, though.
Yeah, that was so sick to play.
Yeah.
And like probably all the games actually were available on it.
Yeah.
I pirated so much.
Oh, could you pirate games for the PSP?
Well, it's recording. It's being recorded. Of course not. Never pirate. Buy your games, guys.
No,
yes, you can.
I remember for the Nintendo DS, you had these cards. You could download all these games on it, and you just on one card you had like 100 free games.
I think I had the second.
R2 card or something like that.
Yeah, with PSP there is also where there's like discs or something like this, like small, really small.
Yeah.
But you can also have just memory card. So I just put those.
Right.
Yeah. Pretty chill.
Hacker man.
Okay, so well, if you haven't really heard of Fortnite, but there is this really popular streamer.
I know all about Fortnite. It just doesn't interest me.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's mostly like a news that I found a bit weird and eye-catching. That Ninja is one of them. Like, he's probably the most popular streamer of Fortnite.
Yeah.
Like, as the title says, he's a star of Fortnite. So basically, he's getting his 12-hour-long New Year Eve broadcast on Times Square. On Times Square. This is like what?
Imagine being on Times Square and on a big LED screen. You just see Fortnite.
And that's like hilarious. I mean, I suppose it's gonna be during. So what is that exactly? It's something like that was announced during the TwitchCon or like whatever. So it's so weird that there would be 12 hours of Fortnite at Times Square. Non-stop. That's huge.
Yeah.
That's huge news for the gaming industry. But
like this guy, he built his whole career out of Fortnite videos.
Exactly.
And I mean, eventually Fortnite is gonna. I mean, I don't know how long Fortnite is gonna be around or be relevant.
Well, PUBG is already irrelevant, but Fortnite is still in there.
Yeah, but you know, I kind of feel bad for the guy because if Fortnite doesn't interest people anymore or not so much anymore, there will still be people playing it, but what is he gonna do? You know,
well,
is he just gonna?
He can stream anything else. Come on.
He can just make sketches like PewDiePie and still be successful.
Well, that ain't happen. But I think, come on, it's streaming. You can stream any game. Like he also will have so many leverage and so many people know him already.
Yeah,
so
of course.
This guy will survive. Probably the biggest problem for him wouldn't be the Fortnite dying, but Twitch dying.
Yeah, is it dying? No,
well, I think it's on its.
I think it's okay.
It's on its rise, to be honest. I think YouTube
okay.
slowly dying because of Twitch. Like, the
YouTube live streaming.
Yeah, I'm not like live streaming. I mean, a lot of youths just go into Twitch, and a lot of creators go into Twitch just to talk bullshit. Because basically for streaming you just need to do pre-production, but after post-production you don't need to do. So basically you can just sit for 3 hours, talk some bullshit, and earn more money than on YouTube. Mm-hmm. So easy money. Speaking of YouTube, I want to speak about Google a bit. So, are you on Apple or Android? Android. Okay,
yeah.
So that's really actual for you. I suppose you've heard that Google being sued by Europe, something for the some infringements of the law, like monopoly law, that they didn't allow. So like basically, whenever you buy Android phone, so from any manufacturer, you always get the same Google ecosystem, the same package of the applications, and everything. Basically, European Commission found out that, like, consider this to be a monopoly.
Oh, really?
That Google don't allow other software makers to add their apps, and the consumer doesn't have any other choice except for using Google stuff.
Oh yeah, the main package, I guess.
Yeah. So that's why.
Is it so much more people that use Android than Apple, or?
Of course, I mean I think Android is like 82% of all softwares in the world.
Oh yeah, okay. Not only phones,
smartphones. Yeah.
Oh okay,
yeah.
Okay, I didn't know.
Yeah, I mean like so many manufacturers, and some of them way cheaper than Apple. So of course.
Well, that's kind of the reason I use it, because if it was the same price, I would definitely go for Apple, because it just looks nice. The user interface looks nice. It's a really good phone, and same goes for their Macs. But it's just so pricey, man.
Yeah.
So especially the new ones.
Oh,
I was just flabbergasted. I could like $1,400 or something.
$1,400. Oh, you mean like for this Max version?
For the XS.
Just regular XS? Maybe XS Max?
Definitely over 1K. That's enough.
Over 1K.
If it's over 1K,
that's a bit too much.
I want to spend like $500-600 on a phone,
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
And
that's reasonable, more or less.
Because I want to just pay it in one go and not get a subscription that I have to pay monthly costs, because eventually you're gonna outpay the phone.
Yeah.
So
it's like a loan.
I like to pay it just up front.
Yeah, that makes sense. So because of all of this, Google is now not allowed to add all this software packages in their phones. So a lot of big manufacturers decided, a lot of them actually were working on their own software packages on their own platforms just to create alternative to Android. So let's say Samsung, LG, and I think Huawei, they all working on their own operating system for smartphones.
Okay.
And because of this, they will actually probably try to leverage this news to just get rid of Android forever, and Samsung will be in their own ecosystem, and LG will be in our own ecosystem, and something like this.
That's quite a thing.
Yeah, but because of this, Google want to start charging more money because now, as they allow all these software packages to be included with Android, so Android considers to be a free operating system.
Yeah.
So basically, they get all their money from people using the software. But if they're not allowed to use the software anymore, they will charge additionally for using this. That's why more and more people would decide going from Android, like more manufacturers would decide to get rid of Android. So that's why it's gonna be interesting what will just happen on the market.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
When is this gonna?
Well, I think it's already started. Well, let me check. At least that's for Europe market. So like not and in China they already can do this because Google is banned in China, and it's one of the biggest market for all the Android phones. So it's already a big hit for them. Well, they're just going to charge licensing fee in response to blah blah blah. Not sure when they actually will start. I think next year. Okay. Oh no, starting 29th of October. Okay. Well, pretty soon. It's tomorrow. Nice.
Should I be worried now? Nah, I think Samsung can pull it off.
I own Samsung?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, no, I don't think for long because I'm looking to get a new phone because mine is kind of dying.
Yeah.
And might get one of those OnePlus phones.
Okay. Highly recommend it.
Yeah.
From a lot of people.
Some of my friends have one, and seems to be a really good phone for pretty manageable price as well. So.
Yeah. I think like 500 or something. 600.
Something along those lines. Yeah.
Cool. So you still won't get, like, I think iPhone 8 is also around this price range.
Yeah, but then that's
too old.
An old phone.
Yeah.
It's like I can get an Apple or an iPhone for a reasonable price, but then you'll have to get you can't get a new version, and they released as well that XR phone.
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah. Like the one.
Do you know what it is? It's the specs are. I think the specs were even worse than the iPhone 8. It has a 720p resolution.
Really? God damn.
And the thing, well, I feel like they release it as like a budget version of the newest iPhone, right?
Yeah.
But they make the specs so bad that still nobody wants to use it and still want to have to buy the maxed out version or whatever.
I think there was a pure marketing.
I don't know, man. I don't know about it.
Yeah, don't buy XR.
Still, it's Apple has great products. I don't want to hate on Apple because their products are really good, and also the MacBooks and everything. It's just high grade shit, but the pricing is just too high for me.
Well, I can relate. I understand why. I also not on the top MacBook, to be honest, but that's one. It's just enough. But yeah, I mean, also the new. Actually, they are going to release, like, have you heard of? They have like MacBook Pro. This is something like what I have, and they also had MacBook Air. So like the cheaper and lighter version. So. And a lot of people were actually asking when they will gonna release a new version of MacBook Air, because it's been like the last one, like, it's been 2012 or something, even earlier. So now rumorly they going to announce next week the new MacBook Air, but that's gonna be something like iPad Pro with USB-C. And that they will call something like iPad Pro Air, whatever, something
the
like
Apple
this.
X Air.
Yeah, exactly. So it's gonna be really weird version, I suppose.
Yeah, right.
They just wanted to push their iPads further away from just tablets.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I think the main idea when the iPad was first created just to substitute the laptops, if I'm not mistaken. Even though it looks pretty much as it has the same interface as iPhone, but who knows? Maybe in the future we'll just use all the iPads or something similar.
Well, it's a nice change up, I guess. It's not. It's basically just a big phone that you can use to call or to text. I think it's just mainly the bigger screen, so you can just sit on. What I see in front of me when people use iPads is just when you're sitting on the couch and you want to show someone a video, or just play some games or something. I don't know. I've never really felt the need to own a tablet or an iPad or anything like that.
I'm missing the times when I had my iPad, but it was stolen.
Really?
Yes.
In Ukraine?
In Ukraine, on my very first day when I moved to new university, and I just left it on the table because it was normal in my previous university. And I was like, okay, whatever.
Shit.
And then I went like 10 minutes back and it was gone.
That's
like,
painful, man.
Fuck you, Kharkiv. Yeah. Actually, speaking about the using tablets, I think I use something like similar to tablets. It's like, have you heard of Windows Surface? Yeah. So like I had the second version of them, so like Surface Pro 2, and like the format was pretty bad because it was like really rectangular. So like this one is a bit more squarey, but that one was really rectangular. But that was really powerful, so it could substitute the laptop. Yeah. And you can also use the keyboard, and you can also use a mouse, and you can use everything.
So that was the Surface, was that what the one you could
Surface Pro. So basically
flip like backwards, so
no, so
like
like
it turns into a tablet, or
no, it's literally just a tablet.
Oh, okay.
But you can additionally add keyboard, and it's gonna be a cover as well.
Yeah.
And I really enjoy working with it, even though, I think it could substitute good half of the laptops that are on the market, and I think the newer version is even better.
I feel like the Microsoft Surface computers are kind of trying to look like Apple products, because I saw one of the new ones and it looked kind of like MacBook, or just a Mac. What's it called? One of those big ones.
Yeah, iMac.
And it has the sleek design, and but
well, I mean,
whatever. It looks nice. I would buy it.
Yeah,
I would buy it.
Yeah, I mean, I had iMac back in the days. I'm really missing it, but I would also probably go for a Surface. I would really consider if I would need to switch to Windows, I'd probably go with Surface.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Back to Apple. I think a couple of weeks ago, there was a report from Bloomberg saying that there's been spy malware in Apple products from China government. So basically, Bloomberg reported that there were some spy chips in a lot of Apple products, because basically, as you know, a lot of their all their factories, all their phones and stuff assembled in China. So Chinese spies just put some stuff into it to check what's up. What's up
check
in
your
US.
webcam and stuff.
Exactly. Just how you watch your... Okay, whatever. Let's amend this point. And obviously Tim Cook, who is CEO of Apple, denied everything and say that please retract this report. It's just abuses our company. It's not true. Please do this.
Lies.
Yeah, just wanted to put it out to people. I don't think it's really much to discuss. Whatever you can say when you're CEO of the company who was compromised with this thing. But what do you think of China overall? Like in their espionage and all this stuff? Like it's not the first time it's happening.
I feel like China is so mysterious in a lot of ways, because you know there's a huge amount of companies and manufacturing out there, but I don't know about China, man. It's like almost all products you look at, it's like made in China.
Yeah.
Like, how is it even possible? It's like when I think of China, I just see huge factories, yeah, and just clones working there and stuff. No, just kidding. Just kidding. But
yeah,
I don't know. A lot of factories, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, that's definitely true. But have you ever been to China?
No. I've never been to Asia.
But I want to.
I would like to go to Japan.
Japan?
Yeah, that would be. I think that would be sick. I know. I just really love the Japanese culture and how it all looks and stuff.
So what's your dream trip to Japan?
Well, to be honest, I don't know. It's just I would like to visit it sometime.
Okay.
And yeah, but not anytime soon, I guess, because it's pretty expensive to go there.
Yeah.
I think staying there is pretty cheap, but
is it? I've heard that's like at least in Tokyo is probably the most expensive city in the world.
Well, I have a friend staying there. He has been there for like a month or something.
Okay.
And he's staying in these super tiny compartments as hotels, because it's just the whole country is just overloading.
Yeah.
But that's it's pretty funny, because you won't be sleeping in, well, maybe sometimes, but he didn't sleep in a lot of like big hotel rooms. He just slept in these weird tiny boxes. But it's kind of cute though.
Is it real? I mean, like the tiny box it's like you need to go like this.
Yeah. Did you see the video Vox or something on YouTube?
No.
You have these crazy mountains of just boxes and stuff that people actually live in. They have like
God.
just a little dog cage with their computer and their clothes and their bed inside of it. It's crazy, man.
Well, but you probably gotta be quite small to live in such a cage.
Yeah, but you know, Japanese people are not.
Yeah, they're not the tallest, but no, still. Yeah. All right, Japan culture. Fun fact. Did you know that whole Star Wars trilogy was based on Japanese cultural legends about samurai and all this stuff, like all the Jedi.
Now you say that.
Based on it.
I didn't know it's pretty logical if you see the suits and stuff.
Yeah. So that was my transition to Star Wars.
Nice one.
So Lucasfilm announced that they're going to cancel Boba Fett film, which they announced a while back in all this Star Wars cinemology, and they were thinking that it's a good future for the whole franchise, but I don't care what they think. Let's just jump into it and discuss. So, like I asked before we actually started recording this, because I know a lot of people either being pretty, how would I say, neutral about Star Wars usually, or be really hating them or really loving them. So like there are three stances of people.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I was just curious. So you mentioned that you watched a lot of films from Star Wars. but you wasn't like a fan or
no,
whatever.
I mean, when there's a new Star Wars movie, I go to the movie in the cinema with some friends and just geek out. I don't know. I really love the movies just to watch them, but when I'm done watching them, I don't really
care.
No, I mean, I like the movies, but I just see them in the cinema, but then when I'm home, I don't really do anything with it or play any Star Wars games or anything that. But when I was younger, I used to be really into Star Wars, and because I watched those first 3 movies, the 4, 5, and 6.
Yeah.
You know, the really old ones. I had like a DVD box of those, and then later on I found out about the newer ones, the 1, 2, and 3, and I just thought that was really sick, and I printed out pictures of Star Wars characters and put them in my room and stuff. And I played these Lego Star Wars games as well.
Nice.
But now I'm just like, oh, a new Star Wars movie, sick, and I just go watch it, and that's cool. Yeah, I wouldn't consider myself a fan or something.
Yeah, I think I have pretty much the same story with Star Wars. I think there were like TV marathon of Star Wars movies and they actually put those, so the prequel trilogy, so like the newer were 3 films from early 2000s, and then was this like classical 3 films, and that was all shown within just a weekend. And I think I was just like 12, and I was like watching all this stuff, or just even listening in the background. That's how I learned about Star Wars, and I said, "Oh yeah, that's cool."
Right. Yeah.
But first time I actually encountered while playing, because there was this really cool game when you need to race on those. Like, you remember in the first film, like in the prequels, the first film when the small Anakin Skywalker was riding this weird machine or whatever. Mm-hmm. So there was the whole racing game based on all this cool stuff. Yeah.
What?
And it was the first time I actually encountered Star Wars in my life.
Wow. There was a game especially made for the racing.
Yeah, it was like Need for Speed, but on all this weird machine stuff. And I was like, you also needed to modify this and also pimp your car. Like, it's not a car, but whatever. And
yeah, I did the racing in the Lego Star Wars games. But I didn't know there was a game made especially for the.
I think it was 5.
For the racing.
That was like 2000. No, I think it was older. That was probably 2002, whatever. Yeah. It's a pretty old game, but it was so sick. That's probably why I had
my favorite character ever was
Jar Jar Binks.
No, that guy with 4 lightsabers, that like semi-robot.
Okay, I got it.
Like what's his name?
He was Admiral something. I don't remember as well. Yeah, but I know who you're talking about.
But he's like bionic.
Yeah.
And he had 4 arms with lightsabers. And one of these episodes he fights Obi-Wan.
Yeah, I think there was a meme with Obi-Wan and this guy.
Meme in the screen.
Yeah, Obi-Wan meme. Let me see. Let me find. Quick.
General Grievous. Was that it? General something with General.
I suppose.
I think it's Grievous or something like that. I had a picture.
Yeah, General Grievous.
Yeah, I had a picture of him up in my room.
Oh my god!
Because I thought he was so sick.
Of course, 4 arms.
Yeah,
man. Well, I think it's a good topic to stop, because I think Disney just need to stop with Star Wars movies. So thank you for your being here.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It was much fun.
It's not almost the end, because usually, I think I missed it last time, but there were too many guests. But I usually ask my guests to ask me a question, because like I was asking a question the whole
Right, yeah. Well, I'm actually quite interested in your life back in Ukraine, man, because I really don't know anything about you. I know I know you are originally from Ukraine,
Yeah.
and you came here like 1 or 2 years ago.
2 years ago already. Yeah.
And that's kind of where all I know. I mean,
Yeah.
what was it like? What was it like living in Ukraine, or your childhood and stuff? I would like to hear.
Oh, okay. It's a tough one because it's like 20 years of my life. I need to put in like a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
But I'll try. I'll try. I think that was fun. It was definitely fun. I didn't have like, I had a really great childhood. I really like that in Ukraine we have seasonality. So like we have proper winter, not like here. So we
Right.
have a lot of snow.
Yeah.
We can play snowball fight or whatever. We can build snowmans, and we can do it every year, not here like once in
Yeah. Right.
century.
Well, what kind of neighborhood was it?
I was a pretty good neighborhood.
Because I don't really know what to
Yeah,
see when I think of Ukraine. I just kind of think of Russia-ish.
yeah, it's quite similar. I think all post-Soviet countries are really similar. So like Russia, Ukraine, Moldova, Belarus, all
Yeah.
the Baltic states as well,
Right.
more or less. So they're all quite similar looking, quite boring neighborhoods,
Yeah.
just like these blocks of flats, whatever.
Yeah. Right. That's kind of what I see in front of me.
Yeah. Like usually city centers are probably a bit more exciting. So in more historical cities, because I was growing.
For sure.
My hometown is actually quite young. It's just 150-year-old. Even though it's 1 million people already in there. Yeah, but like we have a bunch of cities with good historical places. So something like similar what we have like in The Hague. So like there is this quarters where you can see a lot of beautiful stuff from the past. Yeah, I don't think the childhood changes pretty much, like differs from what can be here. Maybe the internet appeared in my life a bit later than, I don't know, I think it was 2004 when I actually had proper internet access. So I was like 9 or 10.
You didn't have internet
Before I was 10, no, before that.
You just did it. There wasn't service out there, or you were just not allowed to.
No, I don't think we didn't have it. I think there were services. I think it was available, like, but it was also expensive.
Right.
And then there was a point when it was already available to just get it and was easy to get it. And yeah, I think I was 9 or 10 when we actually got the internet access, when we moved to a new apartment with my parents.
Oh. Do you have any siblings?
No, I'm the only child. I'm the lucky one. I mean, like, all attention goes to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what else life in Ukraine is like?
So eventually you started studying. You studied in Ukraine, right?
I did my bachelor in Ukraine, and then I finished and went here. So
Right.
yeah, I was 20 when I went here.
Do you miss Ukraine sometimes, or?
I wouldn't say I miss necessarily Ukraine. I miss like my friends, obviously.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, I mean, like, it's not something that I just never can come back.
No, of course.
So yeah, I'm going once or twice a year just to visit everyone. I also speak with everyone. So I think it's also way easier now with all this communication available.
Yeah. I would get homesick so soon. I'm not the kind of person that would just go and live and work in another country.
Man, that hit me so hard when I just came. I think like in the first months, I was so homesick.
Must be tough.
Yeah, I think only after 2 years I'm probably better, like feeling better.
It must take a long time.
Yeah, it's taken some time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think it's that different. Like life in Ukraine, I mean, maybe some cultural things a bit different. But
Right. Yeah.
overall.
Okay.
I'm not from Africa or something. It's still Europe. It's still Europe. Yes.
Nice.
Yeah. So
Okay, cool.
that's pretty much it.
Now the people who watch at home know a little bit about Vova.
Know my roots. Yeah. So thank you all for listening, and see you next week.
Bye bye.